After buying a home with the slowest internet connection, I now have the opportunity to upgrade to the fastest residential broadband available in the UK and also maybe the world. So a big shout out to Ubiquiti here for sending everything that we needed to upgrade my house with some of the fastest but also most reasonably priced home networking equipment, and of course my favorite thing of all, with 0 subscription fees. Now they are not sponsoring this video because this video is sponsored by Homey, and more on them in just a moment. But when I bought my house, I knew the internet connection absolutely sucked. I was getting like half a meg upload and maybe like 5 to 10 meg download, which in today's numbers, if you tried downloading Battlefield 6, would have taken over 15 hours. But it's okay because in a few years' time, I'm sure I'll be able to get, a faster internet connection. Now, that was over 10 years ago. But today, I finally get a serious upgrade because here in the UK, Sky is offering me 5.5 gigabit connection speeds, both up and down, for something like £80 per month, which would then bring that 70 gig Battlefield 6 download to a stunningly short sub 2-minute download. And as someone who plays games like Battlefield, Fortnite, Call of Duty, that all require regular large downloads, plus someone who uploads a few hundred gigs worth of video files every week from making these videos, this is going to be a monumental upgrade. Oh, and I do have a friend of mine who works for Sky who is able to get me a friends and family discount.
Nice.
So, but there is a problem because whilst the ultra-fast connection speeds sound incredible, in practical terms, it's unlikely that any of your existing hardware will actually support those maximum speeds. And so when I spoke to a fellow Brit who recently moved to Canada, complaining that nothing he could find would actually support these ultra-fast speeds that he was getting, well, that gave me the idea for this video, whilst also letting me do 2 of my favorite things. 1, get faster broadband. Number 2, play with a lot of shiny new tech. One area that I am also excited to play more with is the Ubiquiti integration with Homey, which has recently become my preferred home automation platform, which I now use at home and in the office, and I recommend it to all my friends. Now, as someone who is constantly flipping between Apple and Android ecosystems, Homey takes the place of something like Apple or Google Home as the central hub for everything in my home. Plus, it's even wife approved, which is pretty good and pretty hard to get that seal of approval. Now, I have Homey Pro at my house, which is basically everything you can need in one single box. But in the studio here, I have the recently released Homey Pro Mini, which is half of the cost, but still supports all of the latest like Wi-Fi, Matter, Thread, and Zigbee devices. And so with the Ubiquiti integration here, I can use the Ubiquiti devices around my house to trigger Homey automations, like when the doorbell's pressed, or when a camera sees a person at a particular time of day. Now this is super simple. You don't need to learn how to code to make automations work. And it is so reliable that I even got my dad onto a Homey Pro Mini when his Home Assistant install just began randomly rebooting. It talks to everything from IKEA smart home, Sonos audio, robotic vacuum cleaners, climate control, Aqara automation devices, everything, all neatly organized and with a simple and very good looking app that works very well. So go and check them out using the link in the description down below. And if you are fast enough, you'll get 10% off. And this is genuinely my favorite home automation platform right now. And that's not just because they're sponsoring this video. Plus, if you join my newsletter at experimentsinprogress.com, we're actually about to do a giveaway for a Homey Pro Mini. So go check that out, link down below. And also a huge thank you to Homey for sponsoring this video. We're getting an upgrade. You're gonna have super fast catnet. So the plan here is to get my house, which annoyingly has very thick walls, to a place where I have the fastest speeds possible in every room in the house. So to begin with, that means running fresh 10 gig capable network cables from where my internet comes in to the most important rooms of the house. So that is my gaming room, the living room, plus replacing my 5, I think, old Ubiquiti Wi-Fi 5 access points with their latest Wi-Fi 7 access points, which also support up to 10 gigabit speed. So yeah, this is the current cabinet, and we're gonna try and make it tidy and pretty, and obviously replace all the gear in it to make it fast. Core switch offline. We have a rack mount upgrade for the switch, so we can actually make this tidy and make it look good. Power brick slots in there, has a little windy thing for the cords, and then like the power cable's then on the back. That's really quite smart. I like it. It's cool. So that then goes in there. And then the plan should be that this just goes like that. Then we have like a full-on rack-mounted switch. Very good. One switch, done. Although we will put the uplink. So that is our direct 10 gig connection, which will then plug into the same SFP module of the other switch, the 10 gig switch. So this is the Switch Pro XG10 PoE. So this is a 10 gig, 10 ports, I believe, PoE switch. So it means that we've got our wireless access points around the house, which are all 10 gig capable in terms of the speed that can plug into them. And that means we can again have a 10 gig backbone, including the fastest wireless speeds that we can possibly get to the rest of the house, including some of the 10 gig switches that we're going to be placing around the house. And then the final piece is the Cloud Gateway Fiber. And again, this is the main box that our upgraded internet connection is going to connect into. So it has 4 2.5 gig Ethernet ports on the back of it. And it also then has 3 10 gig ports on the back. So you have a 10 gig Ethernet and 2 10 gig SFP. So again, this will connect into our 10 gig internet connection, and then this one will connect into our 10 gig switch. So it's not just a router or router. I'm going to have to commit to one of those at some point, aren't I? It is also our hub for our Unify CCTV system for our cameras. So there's a little port on the back of here, and this is their 2 terabyte upgrade. Now this is pre-sold by Ubiquiti. You can also buy an empty enclosure and then put in whatever you want if you've already got an SSD, an NVMe drive, but this one just goes in, pops in, and now we have 2 terabytes of cloud storage, or for like on-prem storage for our cameras. So this supports up to 15 HD cameras, 8 2K cameras, and 5 4K cameras. So we've got a bit of a mixture which we're installing today. So I think we're going to really probably either hit the max capacity of this or get very, very close to it. So it'll be interesting to see how that actually copes. But now that's everything out of the box. It's just a case of now putting everything in the rack, and hopefully the internet starts working again, or my kids will be very upset in a few hours when they come home.
One eternity later.
Now, as luck would have it, we've recently just had our driveway done, so I was able to run most of the cables underneath the driveway to all of the key places around the outside of the house. So when it comes to today, it is just a case of hopefully plugging everything in and then off we go. Oh, damn. This was the shallower of the switches as well. There was a 24 port that was even deeper. Step 1, failed.
Few moments later.
Okay, so update time. This looks really messy and there's not really much I can do about it. So we've got the UCG fiber here. We've also got 10 gig going from the fiber into one of the switches, and then 10 gig going from the fiber to the other switch. So yeah, 10 gig uplinks to both switches. So this is the UCG fiber. This is the 2.5 gig switch with 4 2.5 gig ports. The rest of them are like gigabit ports, which we don't necessarily need for like cameras and other things that are low speed around the house. And then the 10 gig switch up here, which is going to have basically all of the wireless access points and all of the switches that are 10 gig capable as well. So we're going to start wiring some things in and then do some speed tests. Now, in hindsight, next time I would probably just go ahead and buy a couple of Ubiquiti small racks, because then at least I know everything will fit properly. But at least with that done, now comes the easiest part, which is swapping out all of the switches, wireless access points, and cameras around the home. Now the switches, they are super simple. So next up, we are going to switch out some of these switches around the house. So we currently have, well, this was their very, very old 60 watts, just gigabits, PoE switch, and only 4 of the ports on here are PoE. Now we are going to swap that out for one of the very new Switch Flex 2.5 gig 8 PoEs. So this is powered via PoE, so actually the network stuff that we've just installed is going to power this switch. And we've only gone for a 2.5 gig switch in this room because nothing in here needs anything over 2.5 gig. We've got like the Xbox and PlayStation and TV and gaming PC and things like we don't need 10 gig in this room. Old switch, new switch. And if you can see on the backs, we've got a lot more ports on there as well because I was starting to run out of ports. So this is going to be PoE in, PoE++ in, which should, covered in cobwebs, magically, hopefully start powering up the switch. So that's going. And then we're going to plug in all of our devices, which do not need PoE, but still good to have the extra. We are going to get it wired in first, make sure it all works, and then once it all works, what I will probably do is actually go and use the wall mounts and put this on the wall here just so it's out the way, there's no wires on the floor, you know, kids don't pull it out by mistake or run over it or whatever it is. We're going to go and try that out now. Also, nice thing, they always include like wall mount kits. If it's wall mountable, you can have this on the wall, you can obviously have a level built in so you can see that it's straight, gives you the holes to drill, and then yeah, just mounts onto the mount plate, and then the switch itself will just slot on. So very cool. Next up is the U7 Pro XG. I've just plugged this one in. So this is an upgrade over the old one, which is very, very dusty and even sticky for some reason. But this is very old, so very, very slow. And this was actually causing a lot of my internet problems here in the house. It was super, super slow. So this again has a 10 gig uplink. This is Wi-Fi 7, so all of the latest devices we're buying, all the phones and everything that have support for Wi-Fi 7 will go so much faster. So really, I shouldn't need to wire in any time to transfer anything, but it just means that I've got the option to, if I need the full 10 gig local area network, I can transfer stuff at 10 gig through my network, or I can just go at what's probably going to be 2 gig plus on the wireless. So yeah, very easy, nice and simple, plugged it in, and it should come online in the next few minutes, hopefully. Old switch, again, another one of those 8 ports, part PoE, part not PoE gigabit switches. And we're going to swap that out for a 2.5 gig PoE switch, because again, then an amp receiver, there's like a switch console here. We don't need 10 gig here. So this is another one of the rooms in the house where we just need stuff to work rather than being 10 gig everywhere. So let's pull that out. Port one. And I think that is everything. So I've got, an extra 1, 2, 3. I've got an extra 4 ports on this that I do not need. So that's great. Oh, Pokemon card. Toxapex. Is that a good one? I don't know. Yeah. Is that good? Okay, so with those 2 switches now plugged in, the one thing we do need to do is adopt them to the network. So literally we're in the Unify software here, click on adopt, and within the next few minutes, they will download their firmware updates, they'll get connected to the internet. One thing I do love with the Unify stuff is that if you just want a basic switch or basic stuff that works, you can just literally click on a button, it connects it up and starts working. If you do want all the fancy stuff, if you really want to like dig into the PoE details or like VLANing and all this kind of splitting your network and sub-splitting it, you can do that if you want to. But again, only if you want to. So good for basic people, good for not so basic people. So I was actually planning to install 5 wireless access points to replace my 5 old wireless access points. But just doing some initial testing, I've only got 2 of them wired in right now. And I don't think I need these extra 3 because the signal strength on these Wi-Fi 7 access points is just so much stronger than the old generation. I think they were like Wi-Fi 5 access points I had. Yeah, I have a few spares, so that's great because they'll go into the studio. So that is kind of, was it serendipity? That now we can use them elsewhere. Awesome. Good job, Unify. Right, so we are outside, well, outside, in the garage, We have a new USW Flex switch, which again, PoE powered, so we don't need any local power in here. And that switch will then also provide PoE power to the camera, which is going to upgrade this. I can't even remember what one this is. This is probably another Flex camera, which basically is just to make sure I can see if the garage door is open or not and check if cars in there and see if it's charging. We also have a wireless access point. Again, this is one of the U7 Pro XGs to replace the in-wall Wi-Fi 5 access point that's up there. May need to provide firmware updates for any car that's in here because cars have firmware updates nowadays, apparently. Also just means we can get Wi-Fi when we're out, like if the kids are playing on the driveway and we're just sat out here watching them. All your network ports in there, and then you can put this over the top to just make it a little bit more kind of watertight if you want to seal it off from the outdoor things. Out of the access point into the PoE in on the switch. Instant light, so that's going to start booting up. And again, we're going to adopt that onto our network. Second step is the camera. So let's grab the camera. I went for them all in black this time because I had a choice. Thank you so much, Ubiquiti, for sending all of this stuff out here. Legitimately wouldn't have been able to do this without your support because my wife would have killed me for spending all this money on all the gear. First camera installed. From the old, we're going to plug this one into, so this is going to be our wireless access point. So first PoE device out of the new little Flex switch. We want this one, because this is 10 gig capable, to power the access point. So that's going to power the access point, so that's going to sit up there. And this one is, we don't need 10 gig to a camera, so we're going to plug this one into the camera. And then that will power the camera through PoE with a light, which we have. Oh, and I will also plug this one into the Flex switch as well, because this is also going to power, when we install it, the PTZ camera, which we're about to do next. But yeah, let's get them adopted. Adopt the wireless access point as well. It's got everything in view that we need. Nice. This is a PTZ, what's it, pan, tilt and zoom camera. So we'll sit from the ceiling or the wall, plugged in through Ethernet up the top here, and then you can control which way camera's looking, which is pretty sick. And I believe this has AI tracking feature, so if it sees a person, it will look at that person and follow the person, which very cool. Not that we really need it in this area, but it's just kind of fun to have and play with. wider field of view than the previous one. We should be able to control it. We can, yeah, that's pretty cool. Wow. Look at the wall. So this is the G6 Pro bullet camera in black, which is actually a pretty serious, that's just the camera, that's just the lens. So it's a pretty serious upgrade over what we've got from going from previously. Old camera, new camera, huge, it's like twice, maybe 3 times the size. It's yeah, big difference. The plan here is to use this as kind of like a front door camera. This also has, I believe it's 3 times optical zoom, so we'll be able to zoom down our driveway if we really need to for any reason. And then we swapped out some of the cameras because this gives me a chance to upgrade from older like HD cameras to the latest gen 4K AI cameras. And this should open up a whole world of possibilities, from recognizing faces or even animals and being able to trigger actions. Ubiquiti have a ton of options in terms of cameras, from wireless USB-C powered cameras to the range of PoE cameras from PTZ cameras, which can identify, they can track and even follow people, also with optical zoom, to their latest G6 Pro bullet cameras that are, they're 4K, over 2 times optical zoom, and these all have their latest AI software, which helps you to do, identify things like people, animals, vehicles. And I'm not going to go too heavily into the techie features of their cameras, but maybe let me know in the comments down below if you'd be interested in seeing anything more. But for now, all that's left to really do is to actually upgrade my home connection to that 5 gig connection with Sky. Hello there, I'm trying to sign up for Sky, the 5 gig broadband online. I've got a friends and family discount, but it's coming up with an error basically saying they found an account associated with my address. Please enter the valid email address linked to your account. But I've tried all the addresses I know, and it...
Let me put you through to the new sales team.
Oh, brilliant, that's great, thanks so much.
Is there any way that you could apply that link when you've done it online? Because I wouldn't be able to apply that link on my side. You can give me the referral code, but I wouldn't be able to apply it on my side. I need to first process the order through. Do you mind quickly holding the line for me, Pete?
Sure, yeah, no worries.
Thank you, please hold.
Just so you know, calls are recorded.
Third time lucky, or unlucky, same thing. Sky, if you are watching this could have been a beautiful thing. The start of something wonderful for sure, but apparently not. You really need to fix your customer service. So instead, I called Vodafone, and a huge shout out to Dylan, because he sorted out my upgrades to their fastest package, which was still a pretty significant 2.2 gig download and upload. So yeah, not quite the fastest that the UK has to offer, but still faster than the average residential internet connection anywhere in the world, apparently. And because I'm already on Vodafone, I called on a Saturday, and the upgrade was done by Tuesday. Crazy good. And actually I explained why I needed a fast connection. Dylan was able to push a few extra buttons to bring that installation date forward by a couple of days. So again, yeah, huge shout out to Dylan. Thank you very much. Vodafone, you have definitely won over a customer after the horrendous experience of dealing with Sky sales. And it has taken a little longer than a few years, but now I have one of the fastest residential internet connections of the entire UK, which is absolutely nuts and will never feel old whatsoever. So a huge thank you to Ubiquiti for making this whole upgrade possible. I'd love to show more of their products on this channel, so maybe if you're a fellow geek like me or network geek, comment down below. Hopefully we can cover even more of these products on the channel. Don't forget, of course, to check out Homey, link in the description down below. Subscribe to our newsletter where you can win a Homey Pro Mini, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers, bye-bye.